weeks, 4 days till Prawn's gig. Though my voice may not sound it, this is actually my home city of Hull, where I'm standing now recording this 3 years later. I love it here, but it has a reputation of being rubbish, garbage. Did this persuade that? We've come to meet some men who play with its rubbish, musically. I met Prawn wandering down Wincolm Lee, one of the many industrial estates that take up most of the city. Prawn was clutching a plastic bag, contents unknown.
Hello, how you doing? You okay? Welcome. Oh, welcome. Should I take you in? I don't want to... Yeah?
Glass of water. I'd have a glass of water.
Yeah. Just wondering how the light...
Oh, possible little sculptures in here. Yeah.
Oh.
These appeared to be some form of welcoming gifts.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Oh, shoot.
Hey.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Just to remind you that we are actually at work, so watch yourself, you know. This is so quiet.
Oh, okay. No worries.
This goes... It's the first music of the day. Actually, it isn't because the alarm went off before.
Sonic for sculptures.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome. What should we show you our instruments then? Should we?
Better than showing them other things about ourselves.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of other things that we wouldn't want to show. Yeah, we'll just get these out. Oh, should I take them in?
Yeah.
Oh,
you hold that end.
Okay, yeah.
You hold that end and I'll hold it.
Oh, yeah,
you go that way.
Got it.
Yeah.
This is part of a project at a garden called Hulk Diggers. And it was just to kind of get people to create stuff. So most of these instruments are sort of designs initiated.
Design, listen to him.
Or, you know, creations or designs or whatever you want to call it, initiated by myself and then sort of pulled together by a community of people. So this is, I hope it reflects something of quite an authentic, collaborative bunch of objects. But we'll get them set up and then that'll hopefully show a bit more. We basically just organise the crap together, basically.
Speaking of crap, you can stop the men's off with that.
Oh yeah. No.
This was Ian, who is an engineer, but has had a difficult life since then, let's say. And he calculated the lengths of all the tubes to make the notes. What's this instrument called?
A tubulum.
Is there any...
No, I mean, what makes it special about flip-flops? I'm not sure. I guess it's like the flatness of it, you know? It's like get a real good whack on it. No, it's not quite as good, is it? We've got some ones that are a bit more originally made.
That's the tallest one, and the heaviest one is right at the back.
This one's probably the more precariously set up instrument, but we call this the Euclidean chimes.
The what are you chimes?
The Euclidean chimes. I mean, I wish it could spin, but it can't yet. Right, okay.
It's a case of finding that sweet spot, isn't it? Between something that's practical and something that sounds nice.
How do you find the sound?
We just sort of looked at these like metal tubes and we just banged them and then I sawed them off.
How do you know when it's a nice sound then? What's the...
you just get a feeling when something's a nice sound, you know.
Nice or nasty. You know, sometimes a nasty sound can be a nice sound.
There we go. It could be a little bit more sturdier. You kind of get that twang of the wood against the metal, but if you hit it with the conkers, it's a little bit softer, I think. Because, I mean, the whole project, what brought these things about, took 30 weeks. That's the next part of it, so I'm hoping we can spin this at some point. Okay, so this is the bird box bass. It did demonstrate what makes a nice sound as opposed to a bad sound. So I'll show you how this goes. So it's all about tension. So this tension's up first, so we'll just put what I like to call the bone onto the bird box bass.
There's always a thought that maybe this time,
it's all right, it should be all right.
Maybe this time it'll all go twang.
You never know. I mean, it's health and safety, though, isn't it? You know. So yeah, this is using the piano sustain pedal, the actual rod that kind of sustains it, and then we've used that, and it's made out of oak, so it's very strong wood. This is obviously a broom handle, a bicycle brake cable. Just wanted to mention, you can slightly give it a bit of a bend if you pull that in, and then that'll change the note of that. Don't pull it too hard because it might snap, but just pull it intuitively. I wouldn't say I'm not trained necessarily, but yeah, no, I know what a scale is.
I have trouble learning things, so I was presented to a piano at about the age of 7 or 8, and we didn't get on. And I thought I wasn't at all musical, and I learned that I actually did have some abilities that I had no idea I had. And it all just came out of me, and I kind of learned the principle of music is everywhere, you know.
A book about fairground art. You could look at it anytime you want. Lots of pages inside. Go to www.ironclown.com. Use code PRAWN for 10% off.
Round there. Right, yeah, so this is an old piano. This is where the keys are.
I have to say, everything's recycled, even the fishing wire. You know, it's one of the nicer things in life, is doing something just because. Yeah. Sitting in the sun.
So a lot of these instruments, it's like, how do you respond to playing it? So you can play it any way you want. I mean, this one is very much... I still don't quite know how to play it myself. In a way that I kind of like go, ooh, yeah.
Do you know, we never did the thing we usually do.
What do we usually do?
The thing we usually start with. We missed it completely, which is to do the emotional check-in.
Oh God, okay, yeah. We used to do an emotional check-in before we do all this, so
yeah.
Should I start us off?
If you feel moved to do so.
I feel moved, yeah. Feeling all right. I'm feeling all right. Okay, yeah. I'm just in a space with a lot of stuff knocking around. But all right, I'm doing okay under that.
My name is Tim, and I'm very glad to be here. That my feelings are going to have a nice play now, and they're kind of a little bit excited, like the children at the door wanting to be let out to play, and that's what I'm feeling.
Pen and
Oh, you're gonna.
Oh God. Oh, okay. Oh. I think we're ready. I think we're ready.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Okay. Let's we'll do a 30 seconds just to sort of breathe and take time. You know, kind of a bit of a. We're about here to listen to the space. That's what we're here for. And then we'll just try and jump into some music. I wouldn't mind just grabbing that hammer. There's somewhat limitations with the instruments. They always have that kind of rustic, kind of odd feel to them. But yeah, every time's a bit different because
I found a new note today. Actually, a couple of new notes.
Yeah,
and I like them.
That's what we're going to good days and bad days.
It's a bit like good sex and bad sex, isn't it? Really, sometimes it can be everything's, kind of it's all happening. The express train goes by, but another day it just stands at the station going chuff, chuff.
Yeah, I think it can be like that.
Yes, it's a journey with variations.
I don't have sex with my instruments.
I was just Charlie, you have to understand there's a thing called a metaphor.
No, I know. I'll just grab me a cup of tea, actually. Do you want me to get yours as well, too?
Cold tea?
Yeah, cold tea.
Or is it up a little bit?
Switch instrument to another one.
And then if you don't have the 30 seconds, that can come through in the music. Just this sort of thing. And well, maybe that would be a good thing. I don't know, but if there were too many people in the room with that kind of a sort of a feeling inside, then it would be a bit jangly, wouldn't it? So that 30 seconds is important. Just leave it all behind. Yeah. Because otherwise, there's more people in the room than you planned.
With that in mind, we ventured to try and get more people in the room in the shape of an audience at the local pub. Unfortunately, when we got there, they were closed. They kindly left a note which said they'd gone on a well-deserved holiday, and you can follow them on Facebook. So instead, we Beatlesed it, but Hull style, at ground level, on the edge of the industrial estate, next to what I believe is the River Hull, which connects onto the Humber a bit further along from here. Just down there, straight at the end, just past the Deep, which is a big aquarium, biggest aquarium in Europe.
That would be perfect.
Try and fill that up.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Brilliant. Yeah, let's do 30 seconds and then we'll do another thing again.
3 weary travellers had unfortunately broken down up the road, and fortunately for us offered to form the basis of a crowd in silent anticipation. The AA hadn't arrived yet, but the crowd dispersed.
I think we definitely need to do a bit more practice, me and you, Tim, because I do feel a bit rusty.
You know, just kind of, sometimes you can just be walking along through, or sometimes I'll be at a cafe and I'll get the cutlery, and just when you just hear the knife and fork together, and it makes a sound, you go, oh, and then I tap out a little rhythm, you know, always hoping that somebody else in the restaurant will hear the rhythm that I'm tapping out, and maybe they'll join in on a cup or a plate or something. And nobody ever does. One day somebody will hear that, and it's more about listening, really, listening to what the other people especially when you've not got any paper in front of you with lots of dots on that are telling you what to do. You really got to listen for the space. You've got to listen for kind of interesting sounds or something. Not even listening with your ears, it's listening in here somewhere. Somebody else playing a little thing will do something inside of me. I don't know if anybody else is like this. It'll just do a little thing inside of me, and I want to respond to that with a little something, you know.
It's never dull in Hull. Now, a book about fairground art. You could look at it anytime you want. Lots of pages inside. Go to www.ironclown.com. Use code PRAWN